This video is not suitable for audiences under 13 years of age.
Kill. Double kill. Triple kill. Titan Slayer. Godlike.
Hello everyone, Mixfant Gaming here. Welcome to my channel. Today is yet some more test server action. This weekend's test server, we're looking again at the Hawk, as well as drones, supposedly. However, as you can see from my screen right now, there is no drones hangar whatsoever. There's no way to go in and configure drones. Apparently, the way it's working right now is drones are just at its infancy. They're already assigned to the bots. You can't deploy them whenever you want. They just are automatically deployed when a bot is deployed. And each drone does something a little bit differently. And I've heard a lot of people wondering what the heck these drones are supposed to do. There's no information on the test server page at all about the drones. Many people are trying to figure them out in game. And I will go through here quickly what each individual drone is and what it does, at least right now on this test server. But before I quickly get into that, I'm just going to go over my hangar here, and I am not expecting very much because the test server is lagging just as much as ever, if not more. I think in the future I'm going to have to go to my new device because this is absolutely ridiculous. Just because if I go into the Hawk here, just watch what happens. So it takes a little bit of time just to get in to see the bot. It's thinking. And if I just go to change a weapon, let's change to MarkWest. And let's say put on Sparks. And then we're going to sit here for like another 30 seconds, whatever it's going to take, just to go back and essentially equip one single weapon. See, look, it's still going. It's absolutely insane. This is an older device, but it's not that old. And it's device I've always used for my test servers, and just since the last couple updates, this is just getting completely insane. So I'm going to quickly go back here and put that MarkWest back on here, and then I'm going to quickly go through my hangar and we'll hop into the game and we'll see what we can get. But I really expect a lot of choppiness, a lot of lag, and it's going to be unfortunate because I really want to test these things out, but I don't have the time to install and configure everything on my new device for this. So I'm running the Hawk with MarkWest and Dragoons. I'm running the Nightingale with Cryo and Rhyme. And the reason I'm running a Nightingale is for the healing, so I can get some additional points if I want to try to get to my Titan. I have the Blitz running Shredders. And I have the Ravana running Storm. And I'm running a second Hawk with Rhymes and Glaciers. And you'll notice none of these bots have pilots on them, because with the slowness and the lag I was getting just trying to equip weapons and modules, there's no way in hell I was going through that pilot process to install a pilot, configure the pilot, and I'm not even sure if this is the new pilot system that's on it. And if it is, there's no way I'm going to tear everything up. This is going to take me probably an hour just to set up the pilots alone. So screw that. Anyway, so go back to my hangar here, and before we hop into the match, I'm going to quickly go through the drones. I have a series of a slideshow here that I created, a PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to throw it up here right now, and we're going to go through the drones. So the first drone here is called the Starter. Now these names are just what they're calling them right now. These are subject to change, as well as the information on them. So the Starter drone looks like this, and it repairs 25,000 hit points when receiving 30,000 damage during a 5-second period. So you can repair 25,000 HP multiple times if your bot is consecutively hit with 30,000 damage during a 5-second time frame. So the next one we have here is called the Sidekick. And similar to the first one, except this one repairs 50,000 hit points when receiving 100,000 damage during 5 seconds. So to take 100,000 damage in 5 seconds, you're probably looking at point blank range or Ravana with Storms, or like a Glacier Aojun, or maybe a Cryo Leech, or definitely a lot of the Titans. Like for instance, the Ao Ming running the Gendarme, the Cuirassier. Anything that can do a massive amount of damage in a very short time frame would be able to trigger this drone. The next one we have here is called the Sharpshooter. It repairs 25% of hit points when receiving 100,000 damage during 5 seconds. So to me, this is probably a little bit more beneficial on more tanky bots that can take 100,000 damage in a quick time frame, but when it's healed, the 25% HP healing is more beneficial on a bot that has a lot of hit points to start with. And the next one here is called the Nebula, and it's when receiving 30,000 hit point threshold. So right from your full health down to once you hit 30% threshold, you receive a 15,000 hit point boost. To me, 15,000 is not a lot when hitting a 30% hit point threshold. Now it says 30% hit point threshold. Does that mean when you drop down to 30% of your health, or does it mean when you're full health you lose 30%? So essentially, is it kicking in at 70% of your full health, or is it kicking in at 30% when you're getting close to dying, kind of like a last stand is? So we'll have to maybe see how that one pans out. And finally, the last one is called the Glider. And similar to the last one, when reaching 30% hit point threshold, you receive an 8% hit point boost. So between this one and the last one here, they're exactly the same, just one gives you 15,000 hit points flat rate. The other one gives you an 8%. So again, an 8% would be more beneficial on a tanky bot as opposed to maybe a lighter bot that has, say, like a 100,000 or 150,000 hit points. The 15% drone here, the Nebula, would be more beneficial than the 8% you would get from the Glider. Anyways, these are all very, these numbers are very subject to change. This is just what was thrown out there on the test server for this very first run. I'm sure these will be tweaked and looked at as the test servers prolong in various coming weeks. So with that being said, let's get back into here. Let's hop into a game and see just how bad this lag is going to be. So let's hop in. Fingers crossed we get something relatively quickly, but I will pause it out here and come back once I find a match. Well, everybody, I think I'm just going to have to call it because it's now over 20 minutes and I still have not found a match. Not only that, it hasn't even told me what the average wait time is, which is absolutely pathetic. Oh, Pixonic, you have huge problems here with your game in general. You can't even get your test server to run properly. So much lag, and waiting 20 minutes for a match is absolutely ridiculous. At least give me a 2-on-2 or something. Just some means I can actually test this stuff. It just goes to show, in my opinion, the dwindling interest in this game. It's because of all this complexity, and I'm just going to say the boneheaded decisions that Pixonic's been making over the last several months. If not, you want to go back years, but definitely the last, probably since Titans were released. But anyways, I am going to probably stop it here. I know Danny from Lightning War Robots this morning, I think he tried over 30 minutes, so I think he said he had one wait time of 15 minutes. Didn't get a match, reset it. He waited another like 12 or 13 minutes, still didn't get a match. Looks like I'm in the same boat here too. So it's Saturday afternoon in the second test server session. For those who didn't get on in the morning, there should be plenty of people on right now if there was interest in the drones. Maybe I'll try in the session this later tonight and see if maybe there'll be a little bit more people on at that point in time. The other issue is a lot of people on iOS can't get on because Pixonic never sent out a link for iOS. So right now we're only matched with people on Android that have decided to download the test server and to get into it. So I hate to have to cancel it here, but it's 22 minutes now, and I've been trying to talk here a little bit and drag it on in hopes that it would come in, but it's not going to happen. And I'm not going to wait here another 20, 30, 40 minutes just to find a match. So we're canceling it here, so screw it. If I can't get a match tonight, then I'm just going to post what I currently have. But fingers crossed, I'll be able to get a match and tack it on to the end here and then give my final thoughts. But in the meantime, just from what I've seen of gameplay, it's really too early to give much feedback on drones, just because they're not playing like they're supposed to be played. People are not on the test server very much that you can actually really use them. You can't modify them at all. You can't get these. They're not components. I can't remember what they're called, circuits or something like that. Anyways, some other currency, quote unquote currency, they've put in, or microchips. I think that's what they're called. They're called microchips. Anyways, I think it's just going to add a whole level of complexity to this game that is not needed, because this game is already too complex, especially for the newer players coming in. And I know if I was a newer player coming in, I would probably think twice about getting into this game just because of all the complexities. You know, there's a reason why there's that saying with the acronym KISS, and it's keep it simple, stupid. You know, and if you're not keeping it simple, you're actually being stupid. Anyways, so fingers crossed, we will find a match later on. I'll tack it on. But if not, please consider subscribing. Hit that bell for notifications, and if you haven't already done so, give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. So until next time, cause some mayhem in the field for me.